Hello fellas. Welcome back to Top 5 Choices. This is Haley from Top 5 Choices, and I hope you all are doing good. In today's video, I am going to do a detailed review and pick the top 5 best 8K TVs, 2022. After doing proper researches, we came to the conclusion that meets the best in terms of overall. Kindly leave a like if you find this helpful, and I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications if you haven't. We will be also providing affiliates link to purchase from Amazon. Kindly use it for best offers and purchase from anywhere in the world. We'll be back with more videos. The TCL 6 Series R648 2021 8K QLED is TCL's first 8K Roku TV. It's a new model part of the flagship 6 Series lineup with the TCL 6 Series R646 2021 QLED, which has Google TV instead, and the 4K TCL 6 Series R635 2020 QLED. This TV features mini LED backlighting, providing greater control over the full-array local dimming. The 8K resolution helps provide better image clarity, but 8K content is still limited, and it doesn't display 4K content as well as a native 4K TV. It's future-proof for gaming because it has two HDMI 2.1 inputs, so you can use it for 4K at 120Hz or 8K at 60Hz gaming with the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Lastly, the built-in Roku is great if you don't want to buy external streaming devices, as it's user-friendly and has a large selection of apps available through the App Store. The TCL R648 is great for most uses. It's great for watching SDR and HDR movies in a dark room because it displays deep blacks and has a decent local dimming feature, but it crushes blacks too much. It's great for watching shows or sports because it has excellent peak brightness and reflection handling, but it has narrow viewing angles. Gamers should also appreciate the low input lag, quick response time, HDMI 2.1 inputs, and variable refresh rate support for an excellent gaming experience. The TCL R648 has a unique design with a center-mounted stand that's different from other TCL TVs we've tested. It has a borderless design on three sides with a metal border around the panel, giving it a premium look. The back is a bit like the TCL R745 QLED, but it has a center column that stands out when you look at it, but you won't notice it anyways while watching TV. The LG QNED 99 8K is a flagship 8K TV that's part of LG's QNED lineup and is the highest-end option from their 2021 models. It features mini LED backlighting that allows it to have greater control over the local dimming feature and for it to get brighter. Like most of LG's LED TVs, it has an IPS panel with wide viewing angles and low contrast, but the full-array local dimming helps improve the black level. The TV comes with the latest version of WebOS, which is user-friendly and has a ton of apps available to download. There are a few gaming-oriented features like HDMI 2.1 inputs, low input lag, and a quick response time, but it doesn't have variable refresh rate (VRR) support, which is disappointing. The LG QNED 99 is good for most uses. It's very good for watching TV shows or sports in a bright room because it has fairly wide viewing angles, high peak brightness, and good reflection handling. It's good for dark room viewing as the full-array local dimming feature helps it display deep blacks, but there's blooming around bright objects. It's also great for gaming as it has a quick response time and low input lag, but it doesn't support FreeSync or GSINC. Also, HDR content doesn't look the best due to banding issues. The LG QNED 99 looks a lot like the LG QNED 90. It has a premium style with thin borders all around and sleek metal feet. It doesn't seem cheaply made at all and should look nice in any setup. The build quality is fantastic. It's very well built overall with premium materials as it's mainly made of metal. It's sturdy and the stand supports the screen well. There's a bit of wobble front to back, but it won't be a problem if you just leave your TV on a table. There's a bit of flex on the back panel near the inputs and VESA slots, but it's nothing of concern. The Samsung QN800A 8K QLED is a great TV overall. It's one of two 8K TVs from Samsung's 2021 Neo QLED lineup, and it features mini LED backlighting. Despite its great overall performance, it's disappointing considering its premium lineup placement and price tag. Even though it has mini LED backlighting with over 1,300 dimming zones, its local dimming feature performs quite poorly. It helps improve the low contrast ratio, but, at the same time, causes intense blooming around bright objects. This TV isn't the best choice for darkroom viewing, but if you want to use it in a well-lit environment, it has high peak brightness and fantastic reflection handling. Gamers should appreciate its HDMI 2.1 and variable refresh rate (VRR) support, low input lag, and excellent response time, but some people may still notice some dark smearing with fast-moving content. The Samsung QN800A is great for most uses. It's an excellent choice for use in bright rooms, like when you're watching shows or sports, because it gets bright enough to combat glare and has fantastic reflection handling. It has great gaming features like VRR technology and HDMI 2.1 support. It also has very low input lag and an excellent response time. However, it struggles in dark rooms due to its low contrast ratio and poor local dimming feature that causes blooming around bright objects. It also doesn't display a wide color gamut for HDR content, but has fantastic brightness. The Samsung QN800A is slightly redesigned from 2020's Samsung Q800T QLED, and it looks very premium. It comes with Samsung's One Connect box that houses all the inputs, so there's only one wire going to the TV. You can even attach the box to the stand or the back panel. There are speakers on the back panel, which some people may not like, but you won't notice it when watching TV anyways. The build quality of the Samsung QN800A is fantastic. The entire TV is well put together, and there isn't anything obvious that stands out. The back panel doesn't flex all that much and feels very solid. The TV wobbles just a bit, but that's somewhat expected due to its size and center-mounted stand. The Sony Master Series Z9J is the successor to a lineage of Z-series TVs that have represented the best that Sony can make. When we talk about setting the bar, that's what the Z-series is meant to do. If the Z9J could speak on Sony's behalf, I imagine it would say something like, "Hi. I'm the Z9J. I'm the best LED/LCD TV that Sony has ever made, and I'm the best LED/LCD TV that money can buy. Sony knows TV engineering better than any other brand, and I'm the proof, since it isn't enough for me to simply state that the Z9J has impeccable color reproduction. I use a SpectraCal C6 colorimeter profiled to an X-Rite i1 Pro spectrometer and Calman Ultimate software to measure TV performance. In the area of color, the Z9J is an exemplary performer. I have only seen two other TVs with out-of-box color accuracy that can stand up to the Z9J, and both of those TVs were also made by Sony, the A90J and A80J. Historically, Sony's strong suit, cinematic and smooth motion with a minimum of artifacts is one of the Z9J's more admirable performance attributes. There's a fine line between abating motion blur and introducing heavy-handed motion smoothing that makes an image look artificial or invokes what I consider to be the dreaded soap opera effect, and I have yet to see a brand tread that line as deftly as Sony does. Although to be candid, many of Sony's premium TVs perform just as admirably in this category at a much lower price, since there is precious little 8K content to enjoy. Thanks, YouTube, for offering some impressive 8K footage to enjoy on 8K TVs, albeit highly compressed. It's important that any 8K TV be capable of upscaling 4K, 1080p, and 720p material to 8K resolution without making it look worse than it would in its native resolution. While I feel that most TV manufacturers offer solid upscaling, I have to hand it to Sony for being a cut above the competition in this area. Images simply look cleaner on Sony 8K TVs, no matter the original resolution. But no TV is a miracle worker, and I maintain that no TV 75 inches or above looks good reproducing 720p cable or satellite content. The Samsung QN900A 8K QLED is one of 3 8K TVs released by Samsung in 2021, sitting at the very top of its Neo QLED lineup. Like other Neo QLEDs, it uses mini LED backlighting that lets it reach very high levels of brightness. Unfortunately, it is just okay black uniformity and a very low native contrast ratio for a VA panel. While it's helped immensely by full-array local dimming, allowing the TV to produce deep blacks, the local dimming is only decent overall, with blooming around bright objects. On the bright side, glare shouldn't be an issue, and the reflection handling is excellent. It also has Samsung's Ultra Viewing Angle layer, so it has reasonably wide viewing angles compared to most other VA TVs. Gamers should also be pleased with its gaming performance, as it has a great response time, very low input lag, and variable refresh rate (VRR) support. While it's a great TV overall, it's underwhelming for an 8K TV with a hefty price tag and doesn't have the performance to match its exorbitant price. The Samsung QN900A is a great TV for mixed usage. It gets very bright, so it's well suited for rooms with a lot of light. It has a low native contrast ratio, though, and while local dimming allows it to deliver deep blacks, there's also blooming, so it may not be the best choice for watching movies in a dark room. That said, it's great for gaming, with a great response time, low input lag, VRR support, and HDMI 2.1. HDR looks good thanks to its high HDR brightness, and it displays a wide color gamut. The Samsung QN900A looks nearly identical to the Samsung QN800A 8K QLED. It has a slightly thinner profile and has an infinity screen design, with barely there bezels intended to create a more immersive viewing experience. Overall, it's a very sleek-looking TV.